guys and girls, it's your boy Centel NBA Live Bolton, back at you guys with a video that I was going to make. It started off as me, showing the up and coming hard games, but I was thinking to myself, even though I've been playing a lot of new games lately, I've been playing, some of this Wo Long, I think it's W-O Long. I've been playing that, and of course I've been playing Atomic Heart. So with that said, I was thinking to myself, man, all the games that I played growing up. So guys, I'm gonna do a video. I'm probably gonna do it in increments, and this is gonna be the first increment. I don't know how many videos or how many numbers I'm going to do on this videos, but I'm going to do the top 20 games of all time, my top 20 games of all time. Now this goes to say that how I picked these games, man. I had to like just think, because I played a lot of games over the years, man. I'm 36 years old, and so the games that makes this list, these are actually my top 20 games of all time. Leave your comments below, tell me what's your top 20 games, man, and we're gonna get into it. But before we gonna get into it, I want you to hit that like button, click the subscribe button, turn on all your bell notifications for all your retro gaming plus NBA Live content plus next gen. This is NBA Live, some of this content that's old school and some new school. But guys, this is my top 20 games, guys. And like I said, this goes to like if I remember the game very well. I didn't have to be that good in it, but I had to have some memory of it, or I played it a lot, So guys, your list might be a little different, but these are actually my top 20 games. And let's get into this, guys. All right, everybody, this is number 20. This game was it wasn't Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat was a notch up in my opinion. And so in 92, Mortal Kombat released, and 2 years later, that's right, this is Killer Instinct. Now this dropped on the Super Nintendo, guys. I remember playing this. This is number 20 because I vividly remember this as, even though it was on console, I thought of this as an arcade game, like a true arcade game. And I don't know if they even had arcade cabinets of this. Maybe they did, I don't know. But I played this on the Super Nintendo. And so guys, these are like mythical creatures. They had dinosaurs, they had Reptor, they had Jago, they had Combo. It was kind of like different. It's like humans, cyborgs, and like Fugor, and then Spinal, and it had all these stuff like the instead of fatalities, they had like these special moves, and they had this stuff like ultras, which was like it'd be equivalent to a brutality, I guess, in Mortal Kombat. But guys, this game is awesome, man. Cinder and Glaciers used to be my favorite, and I mean, if you just look at the moves, and I don't know if this had like a soundtrack. I'm pretty sure that everything has a soundtrack, but the music in the background, the graphics, man. I mean, everything, even the blocking, and I liked everything about this game, actually, man. And it was actually, in my opinion, even though I love Street Fighter, it was a grade above Street Fighter, but not a grade above Mortal Kombat, somewhere in between, if that makes sense, guys. And so, like I said, it took a while for me to master this, and I'm playing this for the first time in a long time. And so I picked Cinder and Glaciers, and so I'm trying to do combos, and I'm trying to do a little something. I wasn't that bad, but I wasn't that good either. But guys, this is Killer Instinct. Take a look. Alright, number 19. This is a game that was probably the best basketball player. In my opinion, he is the best basketball player ever played the game. And so this is called Michael Jordan Chaos in Windy City. So this game, I played this. I had a friend named Justin that introduced me to this. Well, he didn't really introduce me. Well, I guess you can say that, but he just played it because he liked it, and then I started liking it. So back in the days when we played NBA Live, so I looked this game up. Actually, it was in '94. This came out in '94, but I actually played this. It couldn't have been '94 when I played it, because I was a little kid then. I played this years later. I played this around the same time Mike Tyson got his not Mike Tyson, but Holyfield got his ear bitten off by Mike Tyson. I remember that because Justin's mom and some friends was watching the fight, and we wouldn't actually watching it. We was playing the game, but they made us leave, you know what I'm saying, after that happened. But I remember listening to T.I.'s first album, I'm Serious. And so it's funny because I remember all this at the same time, but I also remember this game. And so, you know, I like horror games, and I actually love basketball. So this was like, man, I never seen a game like this before. It was a platformer. It was Michael Jordan. It was actually his voice samples in the video game. Like, it's actually him. You can tell. And when you press start and pause, it'll say like timeout. Like Michael Jordan will say timeout. And then so it was like one of them things where, man, Michael Jordan went in NBA Live, and he came in NBA Live in around 2000. But the earlier one, he was just player. And I thought it was cool to have Michael Jordan in an actual video game of his own video game. You know, Shaq had his own video game too. And so, you know, they advertised like Joe Montana football and, you know, John Madden football and all these stuff. But these are people that like Prime Time. Deion Sanders had a game on Sega Genesis. Man, I love this Sega. Sega had so many good sports games. But like I said, guys, this was on the Super Nintendo, the SNES, Super Nintendo Entertainment System. But guys, this game right here was actually pretty awesome, man. And it took me a while to figure out. Like I said, man, I'm rusty, so when I play these games now, I don't know what I'm doing. I remember somewhat, but it wasn't like I played it back in the day. And so, you know, you have all these little zombies, you have all these spiders, you have these balls. Now you could actually slam dunk the basketball goals, but I forgot how to do that. But guys, this is Michael Jordan Chaos in the Windy City. Take a look at it. Number 18 is Subterranean. Now, this game right here is under the radar, guys. This game is awesome, actually. This is one of the first games that I played on my Sega Genesis, actually. I played this probably more. This and NBA Hang Time, this would introduce me in Vector Man. So, this game is funny because I got my Sega Genesis later in life. And so, when I got my Sega, y'all, believe it or not, I think my Sega was about 59 or 69 bucks. I got it at the Toys R Us that I live next to right now. And it's not a Toys R Us anymore. It's like a lumber place that sell like wood and stuff, or like hardware and stuff for houses and stuff, and sell granite and stuff like that. But getting on with what I was saying, you know, I played this game, man. It was actually kind of hard. And as you can see in the video, when I'm making this gameplay footage, I haven't played this game since I was, man, I don't know when the last time I played. This game is awesome though. And so it's like a spaceship, and you have to, it's directional, so it's like free-handed, and you have to get one of those games where you have to get used to the controls. But they have fuel. Now you can't take that many hits, and it's just, man, it's awesome. As you can see, look at the graphics, man. The graphics is dope. And me and my daddy used to play this actually. And so you're shooting stuff, and like I said, man, your fuel gets low real quick. You have to redo it. And so to get the fuel, you'll see in the video where you fuel it up, and so you sit down. It's these little canisters, like the Secret of the Ooze in Ninja Turtles 2 is sitting on the ground, and so you just kind of sit there and it'll fuel back up. And so guys, you know, it's kind of like these little Metroid kind of machines, robot in outer space, but the ship is just, oh man, it's tight, man. And so guys, this is Subterranean. This is on the Sega Genesis. Take a look. Number 17, this is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, guys, for the Nintendo Entertainment System. So guys, I got a funny story about this game. So, you know, back in the day, me and my sister, we used to actually play like a school teacher, and I used to play the student, and I used to be the school teacher, and she used to be the student sometimes. And so I actually had this game. I had this game a long time. This is like one of the games that I used to play on the NES, but I didn't play it much as I played like Super Mario Brothers and other stuff. I played this later, you know what I'm saying? Because I played like Tecmo Bowl and Super Mario Brothers, and then I played a bunch of like the baseball game, the World Cup soccer, whatever. But moving on to the video, like I was saying, so the story goes, I actually, you know, brought this to school, and I actually got this taken up in school. And so my mom, she would be on the phone talking to her friends and stuff, and she'd be cooking, and me and my sister would be playing, you know, school teacher, you know, student and school teacher. And so I had this idea, was I got it taken up at real school, and so I wanted it back. And so I couldn't get it back because the teacher said, you know, either your mom write a note and saying that you can get it back, or I have to come and talk to your mom. We have to have a conference or whatever. And so me and my sister was playing school teacher. This is funny. I still remember this. And so she's on the phone talking, not paying attention. And so I'm saying, Mom, write me a note so I can get my game back. And she's not even, she's just writing it. And I told her what to put on the note. I remember it was something like, you know, Centel has permission to get his Mike Tyson video game back. Or I think it was a video game with boxing or something like that. It's of that nature. And so she wrote it while she was on the phone, not paying attention. And so I actually had a note at that point. So, you know, I was like, I was going to give it to my sister, but we was playing teacher and student. And so I actually brought it to school. It worked. The teacher had to give it. And your mom and the teacher was kind of like looking at it funny, but it was my mom's handwriting because, you know, I was young. I couldn't write that good. So she actually gave my game back. So I actually got the game back like that, man. But yo, this game is dope, man. And Mike Tyson Punch-Out. Now, I know what everybody says. You know, they got the game called Punch-Out. If it ain't Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, it has to have that athlete. It has to have that seal on it, man. Kind of like I was telling y'all, like the other video games with the big names on it. It has to be Prime Time. Has to be Michael Jordan. Has to be Charles Barkley. Shut Up and Jam. Has to be like the people that actually play sports, or it wouldn't. You know, we didn't look at it like, you know, it was, oh my God. But since it had Mike Tyson, it was Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. One of the best boxing games ever made, actually, guys. So, guys, just check out Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Number 16, one of the best wrestling games ever made, in my opinion. I don't care if it is an arcade game. I don't care if it has fake blood. I don't care if it has combos, uppercuts. This is WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game. This is the Sega Genesis version. Now, I do have the Sega 32X version and the Saturn version, but I played this the most. This is the first iteration of this game that I actually played. And so, guys, this is over the top arcade action like it would be an NBA Jam or Blitz or something like that nature. And so, guys, you know, I could use all these characters pretty good, but Bam Bam Bigelow and Yokozuna, I used to get all the time, man. They were just so, I mean, they had all these moves, and I didn't know how to do these moves like I had when I was, you know, younger. But Yokozuna used to have this powder stuff he used to throw in your face. He used to put the butt in your face, the banzai drop. He actually used to have this hammer he pulls out. And the Undertaker used to do like a choke slam where he would just glide and grab your neck. He'd hit you instead of with a chair, with a tombstone. I mean, this game is awesome, dude. And in the beginning, you know how you pick your players. Got like Doink the Clown, Lex Luger, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart. It has all these guys, man. Razor Ramon, rest in peace, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall. And so, guys, it was just like tonight's matchup is Razor Ramon versus Yokozuna. And Vince McMahon, they did a great job on the voice acting. Now, the Sega 32X version of this game, which I do have, I didn't make the footage. This is from the Sega Genesis version, but the 32X version is more vibrant colors, and the characters are actually more they're big, like the models are bigger. And then on the side, of the ring is different, like the announce table and stuff. And I think the 32X version doesn't have it, it's like closed off. But guys, this is WWF, not WWE, WWF, the World Wrestling Federation, the arcade game, and this is one of the best arcade. Now I actually played this, and this is a real arcade. I played this actually. They had an NBA Jam cabinet, and they had this WrestleMania cabinet at the Walmart that used to be across the mall growing up. And if you from where I'm from, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. They had a shoe carnival, and they had a Walmart, and they had these other stores in there. But this was right before, you know, this was right before you walk in the store. So it was a Walmart. It had a slide open door, and then you just go in, and they had these arcades there. And I remember they had WrestleMania, and I also remember they having the NBA Jam cabinet, and they had some other stuff in there. But I vividly remember this, man. And guys, playing this in the arcades, and then it's crazy because even though the arcade we know was better, when I played this on the Sega, I got fond memories of this because this was actually pretty good on the Sega Genesis, man. So I want y'all to take a look at WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game. Number 15, that's right, the highly anticipated Mortal Kombat. They had Mortal Monday, I think. And so guys, this is the second iteration of the game. This is my favorite growing up, man. I kind of mastered this game. Liu Kang, I beat this game countless with Liu Kang. I got good with Shang Tsung, but I can change into the character and block and do a whole bunch of other stuff. But in this gameplay that I got you Liu Kang, I'm actually going to do a fatality at the end, guys. Two fatalities that I like. The roundhouse, which really wasn't a fatality. It was just a badass 1-2 and then an uppercut, like a roundhouse kick and then an uppercut. But the fatality that I'm gonna do is classic. I actually did this fatality on my buddies. I don't know if Brian had was it a Game Gear? I think it was a Game Gear. Was it a Game Gear or was it a Game Boy? It was one of them, but I did the same fatality on it. Brian, remember, I'm nasty with Liu Kang on MK2. And so guys, like this game, I didn't do it on the footage, but it used to be where you can put like a one-hit code, and then you could like just hit them and just beat them. Then I used to just maul through them. I just wanted to do fatalities. And so in this Mortal Kombat, guys, it had it was a secret character. I think Jade was a secret character on here. I think with the question mark sometimes. Maybe Smoke was. It was like a great Smoke was, yes. The three ninjas, Reptile, Scorpion, and Sub-Zero was on this game. Sonya Blade. They had Jax. Jax had the his regular arms. He didn't have the metal arms yet. That was introduced in MK3. Gotcha. Boom, boom, boom. The missiles coming out, the big boot fatality. Everybody knows about that. They had Raiden on this game. I think Mortal Kombat 2 was actually a smooth stepping stone for what was yet to come. Now, actually, I like Mortal Kombat 2 better than Mortal Kombat 3. Now, 3 Ultimate is a different ballpark. 3 Ultimate is amazing. But guys, I want y'all to check out. Oh yeah, I like Baraka too. I used to swipe them heads off with the blade. And so guys, I want you to take some look at MK2. That's right, MK2, baby.